BBC Radio Lancashire.
Now, time to introduce my next guest this afternoon, Lancashire singer-songwriter Stephanie Kirkham, back home for a few days. Normally lives in the south, around the Cornwall area, St Ives,
right,
lovely
yeah.
part of the world. What took you off to St Ives then, all those years ago?
Well, it was only just over a year ago, but it was a man, of course.
Always a man involved, isn't it?
Yeah.
You also do...
It was the sea as well, of course, and the hills.
Because you enjoy painting as well, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I love painting, and there's some beautiful rocks down there, so that's what I've been painting at the moment. But yeah, it is. It's a lovely place to be, but it's nice to be home too.
So from Lancashire originally then?
Yes, yeah.
And a new album coming up. We last chatted, I think, about 12 months ago, didn't we, when you came into the studio?
Yeah, a lot's happened really since then, because we've got the whole album together, got it packaged nicely, ready to go, and it comes out on the 22nd of January. So I'm looking forward to that.
Excited?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
So has it took all that long to get it together then?
Yeah, and also, we've been going around the radios and promoting it, and yeah.
So it's getting quite a lot of airplay, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Single.
Yeah, Best Time Ever is the single, and it's just a really nice, happy tune.
Yeah. So when you put your radio on and you sort of hear that, how do you feel?
Really good, yeah, it's just lovely, it's really nice. It's been great, because Easy as 1, 2, 3 was the one that was used on a few things. And
a few adverts, I think.
At the moment, it's being used for Miracle Grow in America, and they've just let us know they're going to use it again for another year, which is fantastic, because it's a lovely advert. So yeah, to hear something like that, your music and the images as well, it's a great feeling.
I think last time you were in, you were saying one was being used on was it a car advert that one was used on?
It had been used in this country for Peugeot, and then it was used for EDF in France, so that's nice. So I think other things will start happening when the album comes out, because there's a few nice songs on there that they're all sort of pretty and happy and feel good songs, so hopefully, fingers crossed.
I mean, when do you like to write? Is it, have you got a certain time of day or night that you think, I'm just going to lock myself away here, do a bit of writing?
It just comes, it's like quite inspirational really. So usually I'm driving the car and I'm just on my own singing, or I'm out for a walk with a dog, and then ideas come generally when I'm on the move. I don't sort of ever sit down and think, right, tonight's the night I'm going to write something. It just generally just jumps in my head, and I sing it into my phone usually. And then work along with it.
It's quite handy to have a device like that these days, isn't it?
Well, I used to have a little dictaphone, but it's brilliant now, because I don't go anywhere without my phone, so all the ideas go into there. And then what I've been doing with this album, I'd emailed them to the producer in London, Phil, and then he'd work with them, and then I'd go to London, record them, and then that was done.
So when you're walking down the street, singing away into your phone, walking the dog, do people look a little bit strangely?
Yeah, sometimes it's not so bad on the phone, because it's like I'm talking to someone, but sometimes if I'm driving, obviously I need to pull over, and it can be a bit strange for anyone that's with me, but they're used to it now.
Yeah. And you're back in Lancashire for a few days. You've been working away at your mum's shop, haven't you, in Preston?
Yeah, the Secret Garden. It's just near the university, and we've been making lots of holly wreaths. We were up early this morning, and holly wreaths and garlands for people's homes, and fireplace arrangements, and general sort of Christmas gifts really. But it's great to be back in the flowers, and I do miss it. It's nice to be creative and make pretty things.
Were you always sort of in the shop when you lived at home? Because it's been there a few years, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's nearly 30 years. So yeah, I've been I've moved away and done other things and come back, but it's always been there. It's always it's been a nice thing to do, and it's nice to work with my mum as well.
Let's have a listen to the song, the single "Best Time Ever."
Okay.
Just tell us a little bit about that, the background of the.
Well, I wrote it actually the day that I found out that EDF were going to use Easy as 1, 2, 3, and I was really thrilled to bits. So I was in the shop working, and then I wandered into town for something, and I was just walking along, and I just felt really happy, and just started a new song. That's generally how they come, really, just feeling happy, and a little tune comes along.
And this is the new single, isn't it, from the album? Let's have a listen to this. This is Stephanie Kirkham, A Best Time Ever. BBC Radio Lancashire with Best Time Ever from Stephanie Kirkham's brand new album, which comes out in January. What's the title of the album then?
Tiny Spark.
How did you come across that? Because it's quite difficult, I would imagine, to think up album titles.
Yeah, I was wondering if to call it one of the tracks from the album, but then I thought, well, one of the songs is called If I Could, and it's talking about believing in your dreams, really. And I thought all these songs are like little daydreams and little things that have happened. They're all little stories of, life, really. And I thought they're all like little tiny sparks. And in If I Could, one of the lines is, it is a tiny spark. So going out there. So I thought, right, that's what it's called.
Do you do many gigs at all?
We've been doing a few gigs in Cornwall, local things, and there's a couple of like festival type things that we're hoping to do in summer. So yeah, next year I think will be the year for getting out there and playing more.
What do you enjoy most? Is it the singing, the writing? Because as well, you do art as well, don't you? Painting.
Yeah. The thing I love the most is writing the songs, because that's what gives me such a buzz, because I don't know where it's going and it's exciting, and I just get a tiny idea and I just keep going and over and over and over, and then another bit comes and it grows, and it's just an very exciting thing to do, I think. So I feel on top of the world when I'm writing. What
came first? Was it the writing or was it the art?
Well, when I was a child, my mum said I was always singing and always creating stuff, so I think it came hand in hand. Yeah. I think I just like making things, really.
I mean, are you from a musical family? Obviously your mum's very creative because she's got the shop, hasn't she?
Yeah. Both my parents were creative, and my brothers are very much into art and creating in that way. So I think but music, no, I think we just enjoyed music. My mum loves listening to music, and so that just came from life, really.
Is this the first album that you've had out, or have you had previous albums?
No, this is the third one. The first one was with a record company, and then that company folded. The second one I released by myself, and then I had a break, really. I kept on writing, but I wasn't that bothered about releasing anything. And then once me and Phil Thornalley got this collection of songs together, we thought, well, let's just put them out in an album, and that's why I'm here, really. That's what I've done, and it's like, okay, that's out there now, so it's a case of going out and doing some gigs and letting people know it's there and carrying on writing new things.
As you say, your third album, but you seem quite excited about this one. Is this the most exciting one, would you say?
Yeah, it's the happiest one, and I think because I feel better in myself now. I don't know. I think the older you get, the sort of the more you feel okay in the world, don't you? I do, anyway. I just I'm not, there's not so much riding on it in a way. I don't have to prove anything. I just want to do it because I love it so much, and then I'll get on with other things. But I am excited. I love these songs, and we had a good time writing them and recording them. So I think there's a lot of joy in there. There's lots of nice sounds, and there's kids laughing and dogs barking, and there's all sorts of noises in there and sounds, and it's everything I wanted it to be.
And you enjoy going in the studio and recording?
Yeah. Phil's easy to work with, so that makes a big difference. And we just take it easy, and we try things. It's a nice environment to work. It really is.
We're going to hear a live song now.
Yeah.
We're going to get ready. Have you brought your guitar?
I brought Keith with me.
Keith with us.
Yeah.
Afternoon to you, Keith. So you're going to accompany Stephanie on the guitar. Before we do that, I'll just give you question 2. It's a double pointer. London's Trafalgar Square Christmas tree is traditionally given by which country? 01254 583 583 for Lancashire's brainiest borough. We'll have the overall champion of the week at about 10 to 4. London's Trafalgar Square Christmas tree is traditionally given by which country? A live song from Stephanie. Tell us about this one, Steph.
Well, this is easy as 1, 2, 3. So this is the one that was used on a few things so far. It's self-explanatory. It's not deep and meaningful. It's just a nice song.
There we are, live on BBC Radio Lancashire this afternoon.
Standing at the bus stop, feeling every raindrop. I wanna be dry and warm. What I wouldn't give for a tender kiss and a pair of loving arms. Joe drives by with a look in his eye and says, "Hey, baby, do you wanna ride? Do you wanna ride?" "Easy as 1, 2, 3, he said, easy as 1, 2, 3. "Falling in love with you," he said, "and you fall in love with me. Let's go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, go." "Easy as 1, 2, 3, he said, easy as 1, 2, 3. Hoo-hoo. Monday to Friday, Joe came my way. I smiled, but I said no. Saturday comes, I'm on a go slow. I just stayed at home. Joe drives by on Saturday night and says, "Hey, baby, do you wanna ride? Do you wanna ride?" "Easy as 1, 2, 3, he said, easy as 1, 2, 3. "Falling in love with you," he said, "and you fall in love with me. Let's go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, go." "Easy as 1, 2, 3, he said, easy as 1, 2, 3. "Hey, baby, do you wanna ride? Hoo-hoo, 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 do you wanna ride?" "Easy as 1, 2, 3, he said, easy as 1, 2, 3. "Falling in love with you," he said, "and you fall in love with me. Easy as 1, 2, 3, he said, easy as 1, 2, 3. "I've fallen in love with you," he said, "and you fall in love with me. Let's go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, go." "Easy as 1, 2, 3, he said, easy as 1, 2, 3.
There we are, live on BBC Radio Lancashire. Stephanie Kirkham, Easy as 1, 2, 3. That's the one that's been used on a couple of TV adverts, isn't it? How do you feel? Do they get in touch with you and say, "Oh, I want to use your song"? How does it work?
Yeah, well, they get in touch with Universal Publishing, that's who the songs are with, and then they get in touch with Phil's manager or the record company and then say, "We'd like to use this, how much will it be, and this is what we want," and negotiate it all, and then they let me know when it's happening, really.
And then when you turn your telly on and you hear it, how do you feel then?
It was really great. When I first saw the Peugeot advert, I couldn't believe it because it was such a nice advert as well.
Start jumping up and down, do you? Excited? Or just control yourself a little bit?
I did like an internal little what do they call it, a victory dance. So, yeah, I was very happy.
Excellent. We'll come back, we'll chat some more. We'll have another live track as well before 3 on BBC Radio Lancashire. This is Supertramp, Breakfast in America. Good afternoon.
Take a look at my afternoon. BBC Radio Lancashire.
My guest this afternoon is Preston-born singer, songwriter Stephanie Kirkham. A brand new album out early next year. Very excited about that. What are your plans for Christmas then, Stephanie? I know you're home with your mum at the moment and helping in the shop. She's probably getting a bit busy now, isn't she?
She is getting busy, very busy. So, yeah, lots of holly wreaths and bouquets and the usual things, Christmas things, so that's great. So we'll be working late Christmas Eve probably, and then Christmas Day after breakfast I'm going to drive back down to Cornwall because the streets will be empty, the roads will be empty, so it'll be a nice drive. So, and then I'll be down there for Boxing Day, and that'll be like my Christmas Day.
Also as well, I mean, you getting time these days to do a lot of painting, or have you put that on hold while you promote the album?
Yeah, I did a lot in October, and then after that, November and December's been quite busy. So I will pick it up again next year because my next exhibition will be definitely with the Open Studios again, because I did that in May and it was really great. And you open up your home basically for 9 days, and people come and look at your work, and it was really good for me to do that. Yeah, I mean, we did that last year, so I'll either do the same or at the village hall, local village hall, but either way, I'll get a nice exhibition, and yeah, it's a good thing to do.
Do you don't mind people coming in and having a sort of a mooch about in your
Well, I'd
house?
never done it before, so part of me didn't expect anyone to come, because I thought, well...
And did they come?
Yeah, lots of people came. Like, I think we had 137 people or something coming through, so it was a lot of people, but... It was good for me because it was nice to get feedback, and I sold lots of cards and some prints and a couple of paintings, so it was great.
Did you have to make lots of tea and cake for them as well?
Well, I did advertise tea and cake because I thought that might bring people in, so yeah, there was tea and cake on offer. And we raised some money for the lifeboat, so all the money, from that went to them, so that was good.
So from the success of that, you're doing it again next year?
Yeah.
Let's have the second live track this afternoon that you're going to sing for us. Just tell us about this one.
This one's called Happy Ever After, and if anyone did want to come onto my website, it's stephaniekirkham.com, and if you join up, you get this track free. So, it's Happy Ever After.
And just before we do that, I'll just say that Trev Jones is listening this afternoon. He's emailed in, and he loved the song by Stephanie Kirkham.
Oh, that's lovely.
So there we are.
Thank you very much, Trevor.
So this one on BBC Radio Lancashire, live music with Stephanie Kirkham.
Baby, you're my happy ever after. I wrote you a letter, tied it with string, along with a few of my favourite things, painted a picture of what you mean to me. You're the stars in the night, the light of the day, like birds in flight, you carry me away, sunshine, music and laughter. You're my happy ever after. Ooh, happy ever after. Ooh, happy ever after. Everything you are and everything you do, nothing in the world makes sense without you. Baby, you're my happy ever after. You bring out the best, you make me complete. Baby, you mean the world to me. You're everything I need rolled into one. You're my home sweet home, the apple of my eye. Can't leave you alone, you're my cherry pie. Sunshine, music and laughter. You're my happy ever after. Ooh, happy ever after. Ooh, happy ever after. Everything you are and everything you do, nothing in the world makes sense without you. Baby, you're my happy ever after.
Live on BBC Radio Lancashire this afternoon, Happy Ever After. That, of course, was Stephanie Kirkham, and that's on the album as well.
It's on the album, yeah, and it's a free track on my website for anyone that wants it.
How important is social media to you these days? Do you use it a lot?
Well, no, I don't. I should do.
You should do more.
I'm going to New Year's resolution. I'm going to do more. But yeah, I get on there quite a lot, I suppose. Not as much as some people, but I just like to let people know what I'm up to. But yeah, next year I want to be on it a bit more. And
of course, as we say, the album out in January. What date in January?
January 22nd. But yeah, I'm on Twitter and Facebook as well as my website.
Excellent. Thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you so much.
Stephanie Kirkham on
Thank you.
BBC Radio Lancashire. News at 3 on the way. David Bailey joins me next for the 3 o'clock news. This is Etta James. Good afternoon.